It's about to get weird. About to, you say? It's been weird a while. Things are about to get real. First, let's give this day our blessings. Blessings of gratitude. Blessings of peace. Peace for all beings. Divine peace. Divine peace. Peace. Peace to all creatures. Big and small. Today's practice is yoga. Grounding down, filling the earth, connecting with mind, body, and breath. Making time for peaceful reflection. Creating time to exercise my imagination. Finding peace within by creating it. Grounding down, barefoot, upon the earth. Feeling the roots beneath my feet, feeling connected, supported, and strong. It's fall now. Here, outside, it's warm, it's perfect, it's beautiful. Perfect for visiting the past, to retell the stories, the ones you will always remember, because they are about events, moments that transformed you. Times in your life that changed you. Times that made you believe in something you have been trying to believe in. Finding time to go inward while out in nature. Staying connected to all that is. Staying connected to all that has been. Staying present within the light of the sun. Nature's first green is gold. Her hardest hue of gold. Her early leaves flower, but only so for an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf. So Eden sank to green. So dawn goes down to day. Nothing gold can stay. Robert Frost.
My channel. So today I decided to tell you a story, and this is a story about a message I received from Spirit. Now, before I tell you this story, I'm going to give you a little bit of my background in receiving these types of messages. Since I was a little girl, I have been visited by people that have passed over. And it's not that I've been visited by a ghost that looks like that person. It's usually a messenger relaying the message to me.
Relaying a message from someone connected to me, someone who is no longer physically with me in this life, someone I have called for through my dreams, my thoughts, someone who holds space within my heart, relaying a message that can help me heal, help me grow, help me transform.
Small, and I was standing in my front yard, and I was just playing, and I saw a woman standing in someone's front yard. This didn't look like a normal woman. Was glowing. This woman was glowing. She really didn't have any definition. She just kind of shifted through different colors of light. But I could tell that it was a female presence. As I was looking, I thought she was sitting on a stool with a spinning wheel. And I thought she was like spins because I had seen the movie Snow White, and I had seen Snow White, the Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, and so I think that image came to my head. But as I've looked back at this, I realized she was doing this. So she was kind of inviting me towards her. So I was staring at this woman, and she was just going like this, and I was watching her change, and I was like hypnotized by her. And this was and I ran into the house and said, "Mom," and she was like, "What is it?" And I was like, "The neighbors, they have the most amazing," she's going like this, "It's a ghost, it's a ghost." And my mom said, "You see the woman? She's going like this." And they started laughing. And I could still see the woman doing this, and I was so frustrated. And I kind of felt weird and strange. Experiences I can remember that left an impression in my life. I think that's the first one.
Experiences like this continued throughout my childhood. I would tell myself it's just my imagination. The things I saw began to frighten me. I think I was frightened because I didn't understand what it was. I felt strange, weird. No one around me saw things like this. They thought I was being funny or weird. I stopped talking about it. When spirit would come, I would say, I just had another crazy dream. I would say, this isn't real. I would tell myself, just forget about it and it will go away. It frightened me. I was so young when I I started receiving these messages, and I had no way to comprehend what I was seeing. All my exposure to spirit, to ghosts, to the dead was through television or movies, and that vision was often very scary. I didn't know how to channel it, how to receive it, how to interpret it. Everything around me said it was scary or crazy, dark. And I remember when I was really young watching a movie about the witch trials and just feeling so empathetic towards the women that were put to death, put on trial. I began to feel that if others knew what I saw, what I heard, the messages that I received, that I could be called a witch or crazy, and I just wanted to be a normal kid. I prayed to God to make it go away, to make it stop. I prayed. I didn't want to see anymore, and it did for a while. And then one day, I guess Spirit just decided it was time for me to listen, to see.
And on his birthday, I woke up and I said, I would like to, I just want to receive something positive, something good. That was my intention in the morning. And I got ready for my day, got on my bike.
I saw small signs that Spirit was listening. A magnificent blue heron swept down from the sky and landed delicately on the branch of a tree. I saw white bird feathers scattered at the front door of my work. My auntie once told me to see bird feathers was a sign that your angels were listening. I believe they were. I believe my angels heard me that day. So I began the day open to receive a message from Spirit, from Paul. I didn't have any questions to ask or anything like that. I just really wanted to know that Spirit was real, that Spirit had heard me. I was alone at work, wiping a quartz counter when I heard the ringing of the bells that were hanging on the door. I looked towards the door and I saw a man with long black hair walk. His eyes were very dark and serious. His skin was darker than mine, but kind of ashy, like he hadn't been in the sun for a long time. There was something cold and intense about him, but I felt very comfortable in his presence. He walked with a dog. The dog seemed to vibrate, especially in the head area. It was pulsing. The man ordered a lemonade and sat down. He chose to sit facing me, like he wanted to engage. I felt like he wanted me to say something. I began to chat about the lemonade he chose and the benefits of it in He said it was the only thing he's ever ordered from us. Then it was quiet again, and after a few minutes he said, "Well, I'm leaving here now." And I just said, "Oh, you don't live here? Where do you live?" He said, "I live in Colorado." He said, "I come here to see my family." Then he said, "I can't stay here too long." I asked him why, and he said, "Because spirit is gone from here." When he said this, I became curious. I asked him, "What do you mean, spirit is gone?" He seemed a little hurt, angry, not at me, but just at something. And he said, "The spirit is gone from here." I listened to him and thought about what he said. I wanted to understand him. So I asked him another question. "Are you from here?" He said, "Yes." So I thought about it, the feeling of coming back to the place you were from and feeling like something is missing, something is gone. And I said, "I know how you feel. I know how it feels when it seems like spirit is gone, because I have felt the same way. The feeling of everything that I knew that was real and felt real and full of life was replaced by something artificial. It was like everything I knew was gone. It was like the new people moved in and took over and replaced everything with something artificial." He was shaking his head yes. Then I said, "But I feel like spirit is here. Spirit is not gone. I feel it here. I'm new here. So maybe that's why." Then I said, "But I feel like spirit is here. This morning I saw the most amazing bird land upon the most amazing tree. Things I've never seen where I come from. And I felt spirit. Spirit is here. It's just harder to feel it, to see it. It's not as obvious because of this artificial world we've created." He was shaking his head yes, like he understood. I mean, maybe this doesn't make sense to you, but it made sense to us. Anyway, we were quiet for a while, and then he said, "Well, I must go now." He stood up to shake my hand. We shook hands, and he said, "What's your name?" And I said, "Ramona. What's yours?" And he said, "My name is Paul." Right then, my heart just skipped a beat. I said, "Oh my gosh, that's my brother's name. And today is his birthday. He passed away 5 years ago. And today I was just asking to receive something from him." And the man looked at me and he said, "Well then, I guess spirit has a message for you." Spirit is still here. It is in everything around you, within you. Spirit is everywhere. You just have to be open to receive. What do you do when spirit comes knocking on your door? Do you open it? Do you receive its message? I do.